ọ̀làjúdé ayé ojúmọ́. Ìgbà tí wà ládílé aláyọ̀, ọ̀làjúdé ojú làgbédéré. 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 Ìgbà tí wà ládílé aláyọ̀, ọ̀làjúdé ayé pokúrú musu. Ìgbà tí wà ládílé aláyọ̀, ọ̀làjúdé ayé ojúmọ́. Ìgbà tí wà ládílé aláyọ̀, ọ̀làjúdé ojú làgbédéré. Ìgbà tí wà ládílé aláyọ̀, ọ̀làjúdé ojú làgbédéré. Ìgbà tí wà ládílé aláyọ̀, ọ̀làjúdé ayé ojúmọ́. 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 Ìgbà tí wà. Ilali amami inshallah. Ilali amami inshallah. Àwa tá ń tẹ̀lé tí òjíṣẹ́ ńlá. Iwájú làwa ò máa lọ, a ò máa ní ìrẹ̀yìn o. Ilali amami inshallah. Ilali amami inshallah. Àwa tá ń tẹ̀lé tí òjíṣẹ́ ńlá. Iwájú làwa ò máa lọ, a ò máa ní ìrẹ̀yìn o. Sunnah and Self-Esteem, àrà ọ̀tọ̀. Ètò ìrora ẹni lágbára, ìgbéra ẹni níyì ti wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́ báyìí o. Láti aago 6 títí di aago 8 àṣálẹ́ lórí ẹ̀rọ iléeṣẹ́ wa Naija 101.1 FM. Àti lórí Instagram, lórí YouTube àti Facebook Sunnah and Self-Esteem. Láti ṣe olùgbọ̀wọ́ ètò yìí, ẹ kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wa 077-690-51172 077-690-51172. Sunnah and Self-Esteem is a self-empowerment and development program. Join us every Friday on Naija 101.1 FM, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, Sunnah and Self-Esteem. For sponsorship, please contact us on 077-690-51172. 077-690-51172. You can send us an email, ss.esteem@gmail.com. We are on Facebook. Check us on Facebook, Sunnah and Self-Esteem. Ilali amami inshallah. Ilali amami inshallah. Àwa tá ń tẹ̀lé tí òjíṣẹ́ ńlá. Iwájú làwa ò máa lọ, a ò máa ní ìrẹ̀yìn o. Iwájú lèmi ò máa lọ, ò máa ní ìrẹ̀yìn o. Iwájú lẹ́yìn ò máa lọ, ò máa ní ìrẹ̀yìn o. Amúdánù àṣùkúra, síránù àjàrọ̀tàn. Amúdánù àṣùkúra, síránù àjàrọ̀tàn. Lillahi rabbil alamin. Amúdánù àṣùkúra, amúdánù àṣùkúra, síránù àjàrọ̀tàn. Amúdánù àṣùkúra, síránù àjàrọ̀tàn. Lillahi rabbil alamin. Amúdánù àṣùkúra. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. Lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. Lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. Lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. Alhamdulillah. 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 Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Allah, Ya Rahman, the everlasting God, the forever living God, the omnipotent God, the benevolent God, the living, the forever living God, the love, the one and only, the beginning and the end, Jalla Jalaluhu. We testify that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. There is none worthy of his praise or worship. We also testify that our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam is a messenger of Allah and the last prophet sent to mankind. We ask for multiple blessings upon our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, his family, friends, and the Ummah. We are sinners Ya Ghafur. We ask for your forgiveness. Forgive our sins and have mercy on us. Bijahi ma sha Allah, la quwwata illa billah. Alhamdulillah for another beautiful Friday. It's been a while. I was ill. Walillahi alhamd. I thank every one of you for the love you shown me, for the affection towards me and my family. I do appreciate every one of you. Starting, for how many names can I begin to mention? My darling Senator Clemens, I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you for your love and affection. Our overall boss, Godfather, I thank you for the love and affection you showed me and my family. My darling sister Sharifa Umufridaus, I cannot thank you enough. May Allah in His infinity mercy reward you and your family abundantly. My dear sister Rukoya Umufridaus, Akoji Suleiman, you are wonderful. I appreciate every one of you. My beloved big sister, Sister Tawhida Saka, the whole of my family, my direct family, my family, other family here and there, my in-laws, I appreciate everyone. And I'm saying, Jazakumullahu khairan jazilan. And to all my family, may Allah continue to be with us and increase His blessing upon us. Ameen. Walillahi alhamdu. I'm okay now. All glory and adoration to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the universe. For those people that can't remember to mention your names, I appreciate you. I thank you. And Allah in His infinity mercy will reward you abundantly. Welcome to another episode of your educative program, Sunnah Self-Esteem. I am Nafeesa Ayeola Odofi. How are you? Walillahi alhamdu, a very beautiful Friday. Thank God for His mercy upon us. Thank God for His mercy all over us. For everything, for whatever situation we find ourselves, we are grateful. Walillahi alhamdu. Thank you, we are grateful hearts, and we will continue to be grateful. Today, I would like to welcome every one of you on today's program, a special edition talking about coronavirus. Today, as always, I've always been thinking about the younger generation. The younger generation, I love them, and I'm happy and willing to work with them. Not directly my children, people, any child I come across. I show them love, affection, respect, and also try as much as possible to support them everywhere, anyhow I can. May Allah in His infinity mercy continue to guide our children, bless them, and make them the apple of our eyes. Amen. Akibogoti tumbo anile o, yalaje babalaje she aje wogba, ashe jerela ma she bijai Muhammad. Ashe jerela ma she bijai ma sha Allahu la quwwata illa billah. Gbogbo ẹni tí ó wà nílé ìtajà, gbogbo ẹni tó ń lọ sí ilé àti ẹni tó ń lọ sí ibi iṣẹ́, akí gbogbo wa ní kí ọlá, ìkí ọlá, ìkí àlùbáríkà tó lọ́lá jùlọ wípé assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Ẹni ọmọ yín àbúrò yín olólùfẹ́ yín Nafeesa Ayeola, aya Ọ̀dọ̀fin ni mo dé bí a ṣe máa ń ṣe ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Jímọ̀, a máa kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. A kú bí ojú ọjọ́ ti rí, a kú jíjẹ mímu, a kú lockdown, a kú gbogbo ẹ̀. Inú mi dùn láti padà sórí ètò lénìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àìlera ló jẹ́ kí n má wá ṣètò ní fún bí ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Àmọ́ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run wípé mo wà ní àlàáfíà lọ́jọ́ tòní. Mo lè tún ní àǹfààní láti ṣe ètò tí a máa ń ṣe lórí program. Èmi nìkan ni mo wà lórí ètò lénìí. Àmọ́ èmi nìkan kọ́ ni mo tún wà lórí ètò nítorí àdìjọ máa ṣe ni. Ṣé gbogbo yín lẹ mọ̀ wípé ká rìn ká pọ̀ ìyẹni. Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ á jẹ́ ká gùn lẹ́mìí, àní mọ ìnira. A máa wà ní àlàáfíà. Ọlọ́run ò lè ní fi wá sílẹ̀ á dá àwọn ọmọ wa sí. Wala kun fayakun, wala la hawla, wala quwwata illa billahi, ma sha Allahu la quwwata illa billahi, amen. Ní èní, a máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa coronavirus. Àrùn tó ń jà lọ́tùn lósì tí ò jẹ́ arímúmí, tí ò jẹ́ kí a gbé ìgbé ayé tí a máa ń gbé tẹ́lẹ̀, tí ó di kí onílé gbélé, tí àwọn ẹlẹ́kún tó ń sunkún, àwọn tí wọ́n wà nínú ìnira, àwọn kan ti pàdánù olólùfẹ́ wọn. Oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ayé ò jẹ́ bí ayé ò jẹ́ bí ayé mọ́. Ọmọ ènìyàn ò fọhùn bí a ṣe máa ń fọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Onílé gbélé, alálejò gbàlejò. Kí Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ kó yọ wá kúrò nínú hílàhílò ilé ayé yìí, kó dẹ̀ fi ìdùnnú ìfọkànbalẹ̀ sí ìgbé ayé wa. Àmín. Coronavirus yìí, èmi wá ń ronú. Mo ń rò nípa àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké, àwọn màjèsín tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbé ayé wọn. Gbogbo ipa tí coronavirus yìí tí ó ń kó ní ìgbésí ayé wọn. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa pátápátá kọ́lọ̀ kó ṣe wọ́n ní ọmọ alálùbáríkà kalẹ̀, kí wọ́n yànjú, wọ́n dẹ̀ ní àlùbáríkà wala kun fayakun. Àmín. Kí ló dòdò ẹyẹ ọmọ ni? Ọmọ làlejò ayé ọmọ. Tọ́jú ẹ dáadáa o. Tọ́jú ẹ dáadáa o. Ẹni ìyá gbọ́ ẹkún ẹ tó fẹsẹ̀ rajó. Ẹni bàbá gbọ́ ẹkún ẹ tó fẹsọ̀ rajó. Tó ń ṣe hello my dear, it's alright. King Sunny Adé Kọ́lọ́mbà kẹ́ bàbá. Orin wọn ni mo kọ. Mo fi rántí orin ìdùnnú ayọ̀ àti àpọ́nlé tí ó wà fún àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké. Pàápàá bó ti jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run fi àwọn ọmọ tí a bí, Ọlọ́run fi dùn wá nínú ni. Oore lọ́lọ́run fi ṣe fún wa nílé ayé, kí àwọn ọmọ náà kan máa yàn kó mọ́ wa lójú, kí wọ́n ṣe oríire, kí wọ́n dẹ̀ ní àlùbáríkà tí ó pọ̀ wala kun fayakun. Àmín. Interactive section ilé ní mò ń bọ̀ láti wá kí gbogbo àwa tí a wà lórí ètò, kí Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ kí ó gbà ní ìbádà fún wa. Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa share fídíò yìí. Ilé ni àti broadcast lénìí nítorí mi ò ní àǹfààní láti dé studio. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ pè sí Sunna and Self-Esteem number direct láti bá wa dá sí èyí tí a gbé wá lénìí, nítorí èmi kankan ni mo lè dá ṣe, gbogbo pátápátá ni àjèjọ máa ṣe. Nọ́mbà wa ni 077-690-51172 ní studio nọ́mbà wa 077-690-51172 ní studio number tí àwa tí a bá fẹ́ pè. Gbogbo àwọn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé a fẹ́ fi mẹ́sẹ̀jì lẹ̀ sí orí Facebook, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa fi sí orí Facebook, kí Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ kó gbà ní ìbádà fún wa pátápátá. Èyí tí à ń ṣe lénìí, àwa tí à ń wò wá ní orí Instagram àti àwa tí à ń wò wá ní orí YouTube, àwa tí à ń gbọ́ wá ní orí rédíò, gbogbo pátápátá ni a máa bá wa dá sí ètò yìí lénìí. Now studio number 077-690-51172 ní studio number. Ẹ wá jẹ́ kí a lọ sí ohun tí a torí ẹ̀ jókòó ní àṣálẹ́ yìí. We are talking about coronavirus, thinking about the younger generation. The younger generation, if we talk about one of the important things of a child, when a child is born, they begin to develop. So I would start with child development. Child development is a particular order of changes in every child. We were there once. Every child develops gradually from cradle to adulthood. Some of the changes, the main three changes are they have the physical changes, period. They have the psychological changes, period. And they have the emotional changes. Sorry. Some of the
Development is physical changes, psychological changes, and emotional changes. The three main changes or developments is the early childhood stage, the middle childhood stage, and the adolescence. A child will be dependent of his parents or the guardian when they were born. The process of a child going out, being independent from a child, from a baby up to the adulthood, so they can make decisions and do things themselves. Child development also includes learning and solving issues or problems, social interaction and engagement, physical development, and so on. Learning is when they go to school, solving issues is when they use their brain, they try to do things independently. Social interaction is a big aspect of child development. Physical development, a boy would start developing into adulthood when they reach the age of puberty. There are different changes in a boy's body and different changes in a girl's body. The big one I'll be talking to us about today is a social interaction. Now that we know the death rate of coronavirus in the United Kingdom is over 100,000 deaths. The people that died today, the number of deaths today is 1,000. According to the government guidelines, the deaths today is 1,239 deaths in the United Kingdom and 28,000 new confirmed positive cases in the United Kingdom. So as of today, the total number of people that have died, according to the government, according to the government data, is 103,126,000 people death related to coronavirus in the UK since the pandemic started. We've lost a lot of our brothers, our mothers, husbands, wives, sisters, friends, and families, and even people we don't know. May Allah heal the world and give us tranquility. Amen. The government also is trying as much as possible, now that a vaccine has been detected, a vaccine has been made, and the vaccine people are being vaccinated here and there. The total number of people that have been vaccinated so far in the United Kingdom is now, the people that have got the first dose is a total of 7,891,184 people. And the people that have gotten the second dose is 438,254 people have gotten their second dose. In overall, the number of confirmed cases in the United Kingdom since the COVID-19 is over 3 million. According to the government data, is 743,733 people have had coronavirus so far. Part of this coronavirus, our children have had, now everyone is in lockdown. Our children are not in schools. We are back to homeschooling. And according to the Prime Minister, there's no likelihood that they would go back to school until the 8th of March 2021. Means the homeschooling will continue. How are our children coping with this? How is this affecting them? As a mother, how do you think your children are faring? This is what we'll be talking about today. I'll go on a quick short break. Please listen to this music and I'll be back shortly. Like I said, we will be doing this program today. Please bear with me. I'm all by myself, trying to do things by myself at home. Please listen and enjoy this music from Rukayat Gawat while I quickly sort one or two things out. Thank you, or to go on a quick break. Thank you. for your patience. I'll try as much as possible to switch in and out during the program. I'd like to thank you for joining me on today's program. People on Instagram, I'll see if my eyes are big enough to read you. Sister Kenny 1878, thank you for joining us on Instagram. Sister or brother Yusuf underscore Abidemi underscore 01, thank you for joining us on Instagram. And also R3NZ05, thank you for joining us on Instagram. And those other people, I cannot mention your names. On Instagram, my honorable, darling, adorable Senator Clemens, I appreciate you, sir. May God Almighty continue to bless you abundantly. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being there for me and my family. And thank you for everything you've done for me in my life. I really appreciate. May Almighty God reward you abundantly. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us today. Alhaja wa Afawsat Babalola, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for joining us today, ma. Ọlọ́run ò ní fi wá sílẹ̀, Ọlọ́run á tún dùn wá nínú jù báyìí lọ. Ní pera wa ní ìpè ìjáyà, ní rí láburú, Ọlọ́run kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀, wala kun fayakun. Alhamdulillah for Allah's favor on us, and also be among those that will be able to witness another Juma. Alhamdulillah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. My mom, my darling mom, Alhaja Sharafiyatu Majolagbe. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for joining us today again, mommy. Thank you. May Allah in His infinity mercy reward you and every one of us abundantly. Alhaji Oyekon Sudin. I really appreciate you, sir. God is always your strength, my darling. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Amen. My mommy, Sheriff Yatu Majalagbe, may Almighty Allah be with you and strengthen you, my darling daughter. Thank you for the kisses and the love. I do appreciate. Thank you so much, ma. Sister Aduke Idris, Amin. Thank you for joining us. May Allah in His infinity mercy reward every one of us abundantly. My darling sister Omotoke Miriam Shoderu Saka. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for joining us. May Allah in His infinity mercy continue to be with all of us. Amin. Alhaja wa Ola Marigold, Alhaja wa Busari, aka Noble Foundation. Thank you for joining us, ma. I would actually really appreciate, Auntie, if you call in at any point to talk to us about child development. I know this is your area, this is your field, and we are all, because I know you are a social worker and you know what is happening with children right at the moment. Really appreciate it. If you have some time to call into the studio and share one or two things with us later on the program. Thank you, Auntie. Brother Yayi Muhammad Olasukomi Sanusi, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for joining us. My darling sister Abimbola Olorike. Gbogbo ibikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń wá ìdùnnú, ẹ máa rí. Gbogbo ibikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń wá oore, ẹ máa rí. Mo rí ọwọ́ yín o. ورفعناه مكانا عليها إلى اليمام إن شاء الله. Gbogbo ibikíbi tẹ́ bá ti mówó náà yóò máa pọ̀ sí ni àti gbogbo wa pátápátá ẹni mọ̀ nira o. ورفعناه مكانا عليها إلى اليمام إن شاء الله. Mi ò rí àǹfààní láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín látijọ́ yìí, àmọ́ inú mi dùn bó ti ṣe rí lórí ètò lẹ́ni. Ẹ ṣé o. Ọlọ́run máa bù sí àpò yín jù báyìí lọ àti gbogbo wa pátápátá. ولا كن فيكون ولا لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Now, ẹ jẹ́ kí a lọ sí ètò wa kí a máa bá ọ̀rọ̀ wa lọ. Ẹ má bínú wípé mo lè má lè sọ òyìnbó Yorùbá púpọ̀ ní àwọn nǹkan tí mo ṣe fẹ́ express ara mi. But mo máa ṣàlàyé fún wa later tí gbogbo wa jíjọ máa ṣe. Lẹ́nìí, a fẹ́ bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ wa tí wọ́n ti jókòó lé, tí wọ́n ń ṣe homeschooling. How have you been coping with the children, especially? We are adults. To an extent, we can cope. Ọlọ́run á gbà fún wa, kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n parí àwọn write-up díẹ̀ tí mo ṣe nípa child development. Kí Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ, kí ó má fi wá sílẹ̀. As a parent or guardian and community, monitoring child development is very important to help and ensure that every child develops very well and in a safe and comfortable environment. The few known issues about child development affecting child development. Actually, before I go to the issues that is affecting when a child is not developing properly, we're talking about social interaction. That's the key area I would like us to address or to focus on today. Children, when they go to school, they socialize and interact in different ways, and it is part of their learning. It does help them to grow. They interact, they build relationship with each other, they play together, they do role play during their break times, their lunch times, or after school clubs. They communicate together, interacting, talking, playing, running around, and doing all these things. Body language, sharing things together, working together, learning how to respect, empathize, and be a good role model. They develop trust, they build their self-esteem. They are interested, or they become responsible. They develop their leadership skills. Some children from primary 1, they become school councils. When they get to the bigger classes, maybe year 5 or year 6, they become school ambassadors. When they get to secondary school, they carry on with the leadership skills or leadership roles. All this, our children are not doing them at the moment. May Allah heal the world and bring back the good life that we have been living. Though as Muslims, we believe if we live in this world, the world is not a rosy place. It's not a rosy place for us. We came to this life, Allah created us so we can worship Him, and also we can be good to one another and do good things in life. Because the ultimate for every Muslim is for us to end in Jannah. May Allah in His infinity mercy count us among those people that will be in Jannah. Amen. So I'll now go to the issues affecting child development or social interaction. The known issues with social interaction, or how a child will be affected if they are not developing very well. One of them is speech problem. One of them is physical problems, emotional problems, psychological problems. I'm talking about child development now. We know some children that have these issues, and the government are trying their best to work with these children, and the school are trying their best to work with these children as well. When they have speech problems, the school or the government, there is a body that will encourage and work with the family so the child can go for speech therapy. If they are physically impaired, also there is another section in this country that works and help and support families that has children that have disability. Emotional problems. Some children have low self-esteem. There are a variety of reasons that causes all these problems. Some are genetical, some are natural, and some are because of children found themselves in a circumstance at a point in their lives. This is why child safety is a very big thing in this country, and the government, the police, the community, the school, the social workers are working really hard to make sure that every child is safe and is living in a safe and comfortable environment every day of their lives. Psychological issues or problems where children have anxiety, they are depressed, they have mental issues or mental disorders, and so many more. Now, lack of social interaction. Now that our children have been home, now that our children are working from home, do you have concern about your child? Are you worried about your children? Honestly, I feel so sorry for my own children. I feel so sorry for the younger generation. We as adults, we understand, we can endure, but there is to an extent, to a point where they can endure. I hope my internet and my video is okay. I hope everything is fine. Please, if it's not working well, please let me know. I will appreciate if you notify me if things are not working well. The children now, back to school, lockdown, they're looking forward to go back to school. They're actually tired of homeschooling. The complaint is hard. It's not the normal way they know. It's not the things that are happening, the news has given our children a different view in life. They look here and there, they hear and see a lot of distressing stories, distressing news about death, people dying, people sick, and all that. Thank you so much, my sister Aduke Idris. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you. So to think about all these things, how have you been coping with your children homeschooling? How have you been coping with your children during this lockdown? How have you been engaging them? What do you do to help them, especially when they are frustrated? Think about these children. Some of them have lost their loved ones, their grandmas. Some have lost their dad. Some have lost their mom. Some of them have actually lost their granddads, their friends, and other family members they love so much. Some of them actually, they're not able to talk or get involved or interact with their friends like they normally do when they are in school. They are bored. They are bored of this homeschooling. They are tired of staying at home 24 hours. Many children don't go outside of their homes. As an adult, it gets depressing. Talk less of a child. Do you worry about your child? Do you have concern about them? Do you think about how frustrated they can be or they can get at a particular time? Some of them complain the schoolwork is too much. Maybe when they are in school, they do more than that. But the environment is different. They go on breaks, they go out, they play on the playground, they run around, they do stuff together. All those are no more right now because of the lockdown. How many of your children have missed their birthdays? Birthdays are for families and friends. Many of them have missed out on their birthdays. The birthday parties they do, they've missed out on them. The small birthday numbers and the big birthday numbers. It is a hard time for our children. This is why I've always wanted to talk about it, and I'm glad I have this opportunity today. I want you to share your experience with your child, how you are coping, how you are helping them. Are you engaging them enough? What do you do? One big thing I'm concerned about. Nowadays, our children are on the screen, in front of the screen, more than 12 hours a day, or at least for 12 hours a day. It does have a psychological effect, even as adults. When your eyes are glued on the screen for a certain amount of time, it has a psychological effect to it. So may Allah in His infinity mercy continue to guide us aright and help us. Not to talk of our children. Homeschooling is online. Arabic classes is online. Yes, they want to watch their favorite TV shows. Yes, they want to play their games. So almost every time from the morning till night, they are always in front of the screen. If it's not the computer, it will be the television, or it will be the games, or it will be something, YouTube and stuff like that. I feel sorry for the younger generation, the children, and this is actually impacting on the way they develop. Their social interaction. The lockdown, the uncertainty. They think the world now the uncertainty in the world today is worrying, especially for our children. They are losing hope for the future. They have families that have been sick. They have families that have been really, really heated by the coronavirus. They can see them in pain. As a child, no child will ever be happy seeing their mom or dad or brothers in pain due to this coronavirus. What can we do? We need to think and do things together to help the children. May Allah in His infinity mercy make everything easy for us. People are isolating. Some people don't have the support. The government, yes, the government is supporting people here and there. For instance, if you have coronavirus or if you have a contact with someone, the government will tell the NHS will tell you to stay at home. If you stay at home, there's a grant somewhere that you can get. But it's not everybody that can get that particular fund. Some people cannot work because they can't find a job. Some people are not even stable enough in this country for them to get it, for them to be employed somehow. It is difficult for adults, talk less of the children. We can have family visits. We are in the United Kingdom. I live in London, broadcasting from London. No family can visit each other. No friends, no visitors. There's no how the children can spend quality time with their friends. There's no how they can even spend quality time with their grandparents. Only except if they live in the same house. This is the world we live today. Our children, the younger generation, the future generation, these are all the things they are going through right now. How are you coping? What are you doing to help them? What are you doing to help the community, to help the nation? The case in Nigeria is different. The case in the United Kingdom is different. People are still moving around and doing stuff in Nigeria. But in the United Kingdom, almost everything is restricted. You can't go to the pub. You cannot do this. You can't go to the gym. You can't go to places except if it's one of the essential things to do, like shopping, going to work, and doing exercises. And you have to be in your bubbles. You know, children get tired easily when things are not going well. Even at home, you know, children, when they watch television, they'll tell you, oh, I'm bored, nothing is interesting, it's so boring, I'm bored here, I'm bored there. How many I'm bored, mommy, I'm bored, daddy, I'm bored are you facing? How are you coping with their tantrums as a mom, as a dad, and how are you helping them to go out of this? Think about the youths. The teenagers, their case is completely different. Peer pressure, that teenage years, puberty years, does have effect on their emotions. Most of the times they're angry. Their emotions are working, they're trying to find balance, trying to discover themselves and all that. And in this time, they will give attitude, they'll become cranky, they'll become grumpy. How are you helping them? How are you help? What are the things you are doing? Please, I want you to share ideas with me. I want you to tell me how you've been coping with your children. The studio number today is 077 690 51172. Are you a grandma? Are you a great grandma? Has something like this happened during your time? If it did, how did you cope? What advice can you give us? Are you a professional? Even if you're not a professional, Allah has blessed us in different ways. Please, let's share and rub minds together. I remember during the first lockdown when we started the homeschooling, a lot of parents were so agile, were so active. People post pictures of them teaching children how to cook, how to do house chores and stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of people are tired now. Even mentally, for us adults, is draining. Not to talk of children. Almost all of us are locked in the house. You work from home, or if you don't work from home, you go out. It's not the same. During the Christmas period, it was so quiet. Christmas Day is always quiet, but this was super quiet. Last year's Christmas was super quiet. Even now, our streets are not busy. All of these retail shops are closed except the essential shops. A lot of these teenagers have lost their jobs. They cannot find job. The government is trying everything they can do to make us a balance in life. The government is struggling. We need to come together as one community to help the younger generation. Yes, the number is 077 690 51172. Thank you, ma. Yes, Sister Abimbola Olorike, many people have lost their jobs. The landlord issues. The landlord issues. A lot of people cannot afford to pay their rent. Many people are not working, but at the same time, they have to pay rent, they have to pay bills. May Allah in His infinity mercy continue to guide us aright. Even we parents are really stressed. Yes, so many parents are worried. Yes, Sister Abimbola Olorike, thank you. There's a lot of things happening. We have to, even our salatu, a lot of people are not going to a salatu. Some people go to the mosque, but a lot of people are not going to the mosque. It's so distressing. But today we are talking about the children. Sister Abimbola Olorike, it has not been easy. I'm praying to Almighty Allah that it doesn't affect their mental health. Yes, but yesterday I was watching Question Time. So on BBC, one of the things they said is every child in the class, the number of a child in the class, maybe sometimes they have between 20 and 30, depending on how big the school is. At least every 5 out of the class is developing mental issues. Honestly, the children, they are going through a lot. What are you doing as a parent to help them? To reassure them it's going to be over soon. To reassure them that everything will be fine. To reassure them that we're going to be happy one day. The world is going to go back to normal. When they throw tantrums, when they are angry, when they are frustrated, what do you do to help them? Do you overreact as a human being? Because it is possible. When you are thinking to settle in your head, then, oh, mommy's not working, oh, daddy's not working, oh, this and that. That is additional stress. How do you react? Do you lash out? Are you patient? Do you give them a very big hug? Do you talk to them, or do you just send them away? Honestly, sometimes when we overreact, it is not because we don't like the kids, it's because we as adults are stressed as well. The government cannot do it alone. We all have to work together as one. Today we are addressing issues the coronavirus issues affecting the younger generation. The future leaders, the tomorrow leaders. I need your support. I need your comment. Please, let's do this together. The studio number today is 077 690 51172 is a studio number. Please ring. I'll really appreciate if I get a call from someone, at least one person, to please share something about the topic we are discussing today. I'm trying to read your messages on WhatsApp. Sister Rahamat Olayinka Ali Balogun. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for joining us. Alhaja Wabusari Ola Marigo said, I can respond to questions. So if you have any questions, Alhaja Busari is a social worker in the United Kingdom, London precisely. If you have, as much as she will do everything to protect her job and herself, but she's happy. This is the job she does. This is something we expect her to do for the community, for the Ummah. If you have any questions, please do ask questions. If you need help or advice, please call me and let's interact. May Allah in His infinity mercy continue to guide us aright. Homeschooling is not easy at all. Sometimes they'll come up with these big numbers, big essays, big math solving, and you are lost. So what will you do? And the kids want to submit their homework on time. They want to submit their homework on time. They want to do things on time. My children's school are doing assembly on Zoom now. So they have live assembly celebration. So they're actually looking forward to that time where they'll win. Maybe they'll be the mass champion, the writer of the week, star of the week. They are looking forward to gain things like that. So they want to do their work on time. They want to try everything possible to make sure that they are doing things on time and doing it well. This is why they will come to you every time when they are stuck for help. And not everything, I myself, not even everything, I can't even handle everything they come to ask me. I can't solve all those problems. I'm not a teacher. But my two little ones will come to me, oh, mommy, this, mommy, that's okay. Sometimes I get stuck. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't know. Sometimes we just have to find our way around it. I've had parents who have called me and asked me, oh, how have we done this one? How has your son done this one? How has your child done this one? Some people don't even have a clue. And some people don't even have access to internet, free Wi-Fi. Some people who don't have access to tablets or computers. Actually, even if you have 3 children, are you going to buy 3 different computers or 3 different tablets? Big question. The government and the schools are trying to support people who don't have internet access, and also they are trying to support people who don't have equipment like computers. Well, they can't do everything. I'm sure not everybody will get access to things like that. It's distressing enough for a mom and a dad not being able to provide essential things for the children. But it is not their fault during this pandemic. They've tried their best and do things they can do to support. They don't even understand the way it is. So we all have to work together as a family. I'm saying family because as Muslims, as community, whether even people that are not Muslims, we are all one community. We all have to work together with the government to make life better for ourselves. The government cannot do everything. They are trying. Every one of us individually, we have a part to play. Please share with me how you handle your children's worries, your children's tantrums, their stress and frustration during this lockdown. Please share with me. They haven't gone on holidays for a long time. Many of them don't even have access or are not able to go to the park and play. They cannot go to the field, run around, jump, and things like that. They are locked in the house almost every day, 7 days a week. Especially if you're a working mom, it's even more difficult. If you're a working mom and you are not a frontline worker, I'm not sure you can take your children to school. Even as a frontline worker, when you take your children to school now, and when you finish from school, from work, you're tired. Oh, honestly, bless those children. They are ready to jump on you. They are ready to do so many things. They don't want to know it's been a long day. They are children and they are so happy and willing to welcome you back home. If you're a frontline worker and you've been to school, especially if you are a nurse or a care worker, or if you work in the healthcare system during this time, when you go to work, you are drained by the time you finish. From the amount of people you see in distress, from the amount of people you see taking their last breath and their family cannot be with them, from the amount of people you see dying every single time, you are drained. These are not your direct family members. But when if you are committed to the work you do, and you have human feelings and sympathy, wallahi, you will feel stressed. Those of us that don't even work in the healthcare system, we understand, we feel for people. We feel for children, and we just need to come together as one. When everything was okay, we take our children to the mosque every Sunday. They run around, they play, they eat biscuit, they do eat a lot of refreshments. They do eat at home, but it's completely different. It is completely different during this lockdown. Them at home. Yeah, okay. Oh, thank you, Alhaja, sister Olorike. Thank you so much. I need to pin this. Can I? Okay. I will pin your comment on my phone. Please bear with me. Yeah, I need to look for that. Yes, I can do this with my phone. Thank you. Yes, I've pinned the studio number now. My apologies. when you are doing things by yourself, it becomes difficult, but we are trying. My line is infinity. Mercy reward every one of us. Now I've pinned the studio number. Please call to the studio. I know you have a lot to say. Share with me. I want to learn from you. My line is infinity. Mercy reward us abundantly. Oh my God, Sister Rahana Olayinka, you killed me. The slow learner children need more attention. Online school is not effective as classroom learning. Yes, may Allah continue to help our children. Amen. Thinking about children with disability, how are they coping? Subhanallah, they can't go to those play centers like they normally do. It is a very difficult time for our children. How are you coping? What are you doing to help the younger generation? The children in particular. I'll be so glad if I have somebody call to the studio and allow his or her child to talk about what they're experiencing, how they are feeling, so we can actually hear from the children's mouth. I had a conversation with my children yesterday, and they told me so many things that, subhanallah, all I could do was to give them a very, very big hug and reassure them that it's going to be over soon. Allah is with us. Share with me how you've been managing, how you've been coping with your children at home during this distressing time. I cannot read. Yes, Hajj Abu Sara said mental health in children is on the rise because their social engagement, their social development and interaction is not there right now during this pandemic. How can we help them? What can you do as an individual to make a difference in your child and any another child's life? We are all, Allah has blessed every one of us. This is a community effort. We have to come together as one to work together. May Allah in His infinity mercy continue to guide us all right. Amen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alaja Butari speaking.
Thank you so much,
I want to
Auntie.
contribute to Tini.
I appreciate you.
I think from my own contribution, I would like to say that I know we're talking about the children's mental health. I think due to the current situation in the country, the parents need to look after their mental health. If they don't look after their own mental well-being, obviously it would have impact on the children. It will have impact on the care they can provide to the children. And it can lead to domestic violence. The parents, we need to look after our own mental well-being. We need to be calmer. We need to be prayerful because we need to be strong for the children. The kids are already distressed. They are confused. They just know there's coronavirus, there's lockdown. Coupled with the fact that we as the parents have to struggle to do their homework, support them with their homework. A lot of parents, sorry to say, we're not very good at teaching. We might have good professions, we may have good jobs. Because she needs teachers. It's a profession. And so the Karen saying, teacher and the Kushe. And so the nurse, teaching the Kushe. So the teaching is a profession on its own, and our teachers, this is in fact, I only realize now they're doing a great job, great work with our teachers. Now they are really appreciated, honestly, because now that the children are grown, we face that. We're only dealing with our own children, and we're struggling. Think about the teachers having to have 25 to 30 children in the class. So, please, let's look after ourselves. If we are fine, we'll be able to look after the children. If we are not, it would affect the children. Talking about their homework, every school, they've got their structure in terms of how homework should be done. And now it's not easy. We tried. The ones we don't understand on the school Google Chrome, whatever the school is using, there is always a section where you can ask for help. You can call the school, tell the teacher to call you back. The teacher will call you back and you can tell the teacher, I don't know how to do this. Then they can make alternative arrangements to how to support your child. Let's not keep quiet. Because these kids, we don't want them to have everything. They return to school and they'll forget the learning. However, again, like to go. So please, let's support their learning. Let's encourage their learning. In terms of aids to use, I'm gadgets to use. I know most of the parents who colony laptop or the tablet you can speak to the school. From Greenwich, almost all the schools in Greenwich need council provide the laptop for. And one laptop provide for the confirmed family, which they have given to some families who one need them. They're still keeping some of them, and the council is rolling out more laptops. So if you're struggling, let the school know. A laptop to mommy, let me know. I'll use myself as an example. I work from home. My child is not going to school. Yeah, so 3 times she won't let me summertime to go there. I'm essential worker, but because my child is so asthma, school.
Oh.
So I'm working and I'm homeschooling. It's not been easy for me to do that. But it got to a stage, tell my laptop to me, my at some point, the laptop told me then low, home slow. Our mama bang me every now and then. I had to call the school, not the pyro sitter. I had to tell the school, I can't continue like this. And for mommy laptop. At the end of the day, they gave her a Chromebook. Although it's very okay, it's smaller, but at least I'm already contribution. When you just put it back to the first year, my basement is very shared. So, Joe, let's speak out. Every lower one school. They need the laptop until Bani. Or the Bani don't overcome both in era. A Jacomo, only formal. Electoral girls food are not from bed. On our age, our money. To work with different schools, make opportunities to learn. And if it's a different school, not to be found more. So, at the same school only, the children need to do their work. So you have to go to them and ask for it. Give them a call. Tell them if you're experiencing any problem. They are going to respond to you. Yeah, they have to. Go shape a belly. You can't need me. And they will loan it to you. Won't see enough for you. You won't see enough more. Loan which is another father's money later. That is for gadgets and laptops. Let's talk about Wi-Fi. Let me, people don't have free Wi-Fi. I only want to where gigabytes and million phone not being connected. Speak to your local council. Speak to your school. Let them know if you're going through any issue. They will always bring something up. They will do something. If you're in Greenwich, you can call the Greenwich Council 0208 854 8888. Tell them whatever problem you're going through, and they'll get someone to call you back. There might be long waiting list, no phone, obviously we know that.
Yeah,
Or you can't get hold of somebody. If it's children's services you want to talk to, they're there to support you. Children's services is not about like, if everyone, cinema looks for the computer, it's not like that. It's about support for you to receive. So, if anybody has any question, I'll stop here before I take too much time. If anybody has any question or want to clarify anything, you can put it in the conversation. You put it to me, and I'll do my best to, advise you all. signposted to where you can get the support from.
Oh.
So please, let's look after ourselves, parents. At the moment, let's do our own reputation. Nobody plans for it. It's not something they have planned from where this is how we're going to deal with it. We're proud of ourselves, we just have to bear it and one best be there for one another. So please, help us
Amen.
to purify the world,
Amen.
like this coronavirus and the sick one. Almighty Allah will give them grant them its shifa.
Amen.
Along our church of the world. Allah's protection continues to be with every one of us in our household.
Amen. Amen.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inú mi dùn Ọlọ́run bá mi kẹ́yìn. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ máa ò jazakillahu khairan jazilan. Ẹ ṣé a dúpẹ́. Àwọn tí a bá tún fẹ́ pè láti bá wa dá sí ètò 077-690-51172 ní studio number. Àwọn tí a bá fẹ́ pè sórí WhatsApp bóyá à ń wò láti ìlú mi tí ò kí ń ṣe United Kingdom. Nọ́mbà yìí náà wà lórí WhatsApp. Ẹ kàn need láti fi +44 sí ní anywhere tẹ́ bá ń pè. Bóyá tẹ́ ti ń gbọ́ wá àbí tẹ́ ti ń wò wá. Bóyá lórí rédíò lẹ ti ń gbọ́ wá ni o. Àbí bóyá ẹ ń wò wá lórí Instagram, YouTube àbí Facebook. Tí ẹ ní àǹfààní láti pè ẹ lè pè sí orí WhatsApp. Nọ́mbà yìí náà wà lórí WhatsApp 077-690-51172. Tẹ́ bá ń pè láti abroad, ẹ rántí kẹ́ fi +44 790 no +44 77 690 51172 ní studio number. Bí mo ṣe sọ èmi nìkan ò lè dá ṣe. Inú mi dẹ̀ tún dùn mí mo ti ṣe rí àwọn ọmọ mi wá. Alhaja wa Bilkis Savage. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Baraka Jimoh. Thank you for coming on today's program again, ma. Inú mi dùn láti rí yín. Ṣàlàáfíà lẹ wà ma o. Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ ò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí a máa rí títí wá ṣe. Lẹ́yìn bí mo ṣe sọ pé I'm not alone and we have to do this together. We are talking about coronavirus. We are thinking about the younger generation. How the impact of the coronavirus lórí wọn. Pàápàá àwọn ọmọ wa ní ìlú United Kingdom àtàwọn ọmọ mi tó wà ní America. Because similar things ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ní America. Àwọn ọmọ Nigeria ṣì ń lọ school. At least most of them ṣì ń lọ school. Ṣùgbọ́n níbí báyìí a lè lọ school ilé la ti ń kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́. Bí àwọn àǹtí wa dẹ̀ ṣe sọ nísìnyí, wọ́n ní àwa tí a bá ń struggle tó jẹ́ pé in fact to be honest ẹni tó bá lọ́mọ méjì tó bá lọ́mọ mẹ́ta tablet mélòó la fẹ́ lò. So nígbà míì ẹ lè bèrè lọ́wọ́ school kan máa fún yín, but at least let's make an effort tí school ò bá work. Tá a bá ń gbé bọ̀rọ̀ tí a bá ń gbé wọ́n ní ká pè wọ́n kí wọ́n máa dá wa lóhùn. Though lóòótọ́ it's really difficult to get through to any council at the moment, but at the same time patience ni a máa wá láti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Bóyá a máa pè wọ́n a máa gbé sí speaker a dẹ̀ máa fi ṣe nǹkan tá à ń ṣe lọ ni. But at least ó máa easy frustration nìyẹn. Ẹni tó lọ́mọ mẹ́rin àbí tó lọ́mọ mẹ́ta tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ yẹn wà under age àbí under 16. Ṣé wọ́n kí gbogbo wọn náà máa fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ńlé? So they will actually need gadgets and computers to work Monday to Friday. So we are all struggling in this aspect and struggle gan aspect. So and there's help out there. Bí àǹtí ṣe sọ nísìnyí pé you can call through the school. If the school is not helping, you can also call through the council. The government is actually trying. Wọ́n lè ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tán. Àwa tó lè jẹ́ pé àwa capable náà ni we should try as much as possible to help and support. Tí a ò bá tiẹ̀ lè ṣe gbogbo eléyìí ẹ jẹ́ kí a máa pera wa pàápàá àwọn ọmọ yẹn kí a jẹ́ kí ọ̀rẹ́ máa pera wọn kí àwọn ọmọ wa kó máa kéde pals ẹ jẹ́ ká pè wọ́n. I have good relationship with àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn ọmọ mi. So I get them to speak. I call their mom or their dad and they speak to them once in a while. Nígbà míì wọ́n lè ṣe video calling, they will be on Zoom, they will be laughing, they will be playing. It's not the same, but at least it's something. At least it's something. So and the younger ones, àwọn tó ti jẹ́ teenager, they want to do the same. As much as they restrict on come jáde, they still need to come out in a way. They should be able to go out for a walk every day, or 2 or 3 times in a week. All this is going to help our mental health and our mental state. Ṣé ẹ máa ń kó àwọn ọmọ yín jáde? Do you actually notice or recognize that taking your children out to the park, taking them to shopping and stuff like that is part of parenting, and it does help them to grow, especially now that everyone is in the lockdown. I need láti help àwọn ọmọ yìí láti dẹ́kun loneliness. Ọmọ tó wá jẹ́ only child ńkọ́? Àwọn ọmọ mi tí wọ́n jẹ́ only child, how are they coping? They don't have brothers or sisters to play with. Or tó jẹ́ bá jẹ́ pé age group wọn pọ̀ gan. How do we think they are going to cope? These are the things we need to discuss. These are things that are actually happening. Joe, I cannot see all the comments, but there is an opportunity for you to call me. Call and you explain and share your experience or ideas with us. Is there anything you are doing for your child that is working? Share with other people. Some people don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know where to turn to. These are little things we can do to help and support ourselves. And please, for the sake of God, share this video. Some people will see or learn one or two things from here. Please share this video with your friends and family. We are all of us, we are in this together. And we have to look for solutions together. We have to work together to help ourselves, especially our Momowa. Like Raja Busai rightly said, we need to, as adults, as parents, we actually need to look after our mental health. Home abuse, kí ni wọ́n ti ń kó ti sápá mi lórí tó bá ń wà láàárín ọkọ àti ìyàwó bó kan ti I'm trying to Salamu alaikum ẹjọ kí ni wọ́n pe home abuse ọkọ àti ìyàwó bá ti domestic violence is increasing by the day. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I didn't want to call, but I just wanted to add a few things and to support the comments you've made.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Particularly, I think we just need to remind our community there's no reason to be ashamed if you're struggling. Believe you me, this is not a time to feel reluctant to ask for help. We need to speak up. We need to ask for help. It is out there, whether from the council, from the government, and even from the community. This is the time not to feel, no. People are struggling and they should not feel ashamed. That is one of the things I really want to emphasize. As you said, well-being, mental health is very, very important for us at this time. Being at home 24/7 is not good. People need to go out for shopping, and also, where possible, jogging, running, where possible. You need to keep that mental alertness. Very, very. Our children will have to remember their children, and they have to have some good memories of this period. And the only way we can do is to remember to do things together as a family. And really important that we give them room. I know some family might be struggling because maybe the accommodation is not conducive or they're not financially wealthy. But this is important for them to reach out to the government, to the community, and really and truly, the school are helping. Like you said, they can't do it all. The school are really, I can start an example. My brother has got 3 young kids. I have to tell him to go and get the laptop. And this evening, that's why I wanted to come on the program to emphasize that. This evening, he said he's called them again that they need another laptop because he's got twins and an 8-year-old. So I was saying to him, you can't forever be struggling. They were using their phone. And I said, I had to call. I said, I have a laptop, but I'm using it for my project. So I called the school. It was an Asian woman that told me at the bus stop to say, oh, she know me because of she said, oh, have you called this guy? I said, no. I said, call them. They'll give you a laptop. And I was like, it was the day I went to do my test for Corona. And it was like, call them. And I did what she told me. Lo and behold, within 2 days, we got a laptop for Sharif. He asked me questions, and I said, yes, I have a work laptop. I have a laptop for my project, but he can't use it. I don't want him to be on his phone because it's not good for his eyesight. They questioned me, and I went through the system. And 2 days, they emailed for us to come and pick up the laptop. And he went to pick up the laptop. So I want to emphasize, there are laptops, but you have to make the case. And don't feel ashamed. That is so important. That people should remember. There are laptops, they're brand new laptops for them to school to do their homework. But parents have to make the case. The reason why, when you have more than 2 children, even when you have 1 children, they can have. I am of the view children should not use their phone because of their eyesight. So let's put that case out there. Go to school, I need a laptop because they're struggling on the phone. If you have a phone, if you don't have a phone, let them know, and they will give you a laptop. What they've said is laptop is for a period and you have to return. So be it, but at least they can study properly, they can focus. And the other thing I want to add to what you said, this is the time for us to spend some time with our kids. You know, some parents are still going to work, life is still carrying on, but we must not remember they're just in the room and leave them there. We need to check on their mental well-being. What we don't want is children are bottling things in and we're not talking just because everybody's in their room. If they have got a room and nobody's checking on each other, this is the time to check on each other. And finally, let's check on our community. Let's phone people. Let's text people. How are you? Salam alaikum. This is the time. I don't want to go to somebody's funeral after they've done and I've not even spoken to them in ages. This is something I really, this is what Corona has taught me. We need to check on we really need to check on each other and leave aside our differences, whatever. We have to rise up. Humanity comes first. And our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam taught us humanity, taught us to be kind and to be compassionate to each other. It's not about money. There was a video, I don't know whether you've seen it, a video of a rich man. They paid 10 million to save him. And I'll send it to you when I do. 10 million. And he died. And they were saying that, in Nigeria it's a crisis. It's a crisis in Nigeria because there's no oxygen. The souls of all those who have died, may Allah grant them a Jannah Firdaus. May Allah protect us from the calamity of Corona. May Allah protect us, and inshallah, somehow we will go through this period and reflect. For those of us who have had coronavirus and going through it, may Allah grant us, peaceful health to recover from it fully. Those who have lost husband, wife, children, may Allah guide them and protect them and give them the fortune to bear the departure of the loved one. I want to emphasize, I have to think before I call you, I want to emphasize on this one. Coronavirus is real. Coronavirus is real. We need to really work on that. People who are saying, I'm not taking the vaccine, I'm not taking the injection, they need to think twice. People in Africa, particularly Nigeria, have no choice. They have no free medical health. They have no oxygen. I lost the wife of my uncle last Tuesday. She was buried on Wednesday. Now, the woman was allegedly had malaria. The next day, they took her to the hospital and she couldn't breathe. What did they say? Oh, we have no oxygen, take her home. Why my uncle was speaking to them in Nigeria? My uncle's wife died. So it is quite real. We really need to wake up. Allah has given us all the guidance, the prayers. Yes, we will do the prayers, but let's take the prevention. Let's take the prevention and look after ourselves so that we don't regret not listening to all the government advice. And I really appreciate the fact that you're actually dedicating this program. And I really hope if there's 1 or 2 people that can take it away to make sure that it is real. People are dying. People have lost loved ones. For those of us still breathing, lórí méjì o.
Walillahi alhamd.
Àánú Ọlọ́run la rí gbà o.
Walillahi alhamd.
Àánú Ọlọ́run la rí gbà o.
Walillahi alhamd.
Ẹni tó kàn ló mọ̀ o.
Ẹni tó kàn ló mọ̀.
Ìtàn máa ní mo sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ni mo dúpẹ́ because àlàáfíà tó mo fi lè gbé fóònù. Ara ọpẹ́ mo fi gbé fóònù. So I want to appreciate the fact they're breathing and living and they cannot experience the severity of coronavirus. Then we will know ilé ayé òpó méjì. Ọlọ́run aláàánú a máa fún yín ṣe àníró Ọlọ́run afáàgbò jáde o. Salaam alaikum wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ọlọ́run bá mi kẹ́yìn. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ máa o. Ọlọ́run bá mi wà pẹ̀lú yín máa. I really appreciate. Thank you. Alhaja wa Savage ni wọ́n pè community leader làwọn náà. Bí mo ṣe sọ wípé we are all in this together. Wa pátápátá la jìjọ máa ṣe. Kọ́lọ́run kó gbà ní ìbádà fún wa. Ẹ jẹ́ bá mi share video yìí so that kó lè rìn kí 1 or 2 people náà tún lè jàǹfààní olóore nínú. Ọlọ́run á lè bá mi san yín lẹ́san olóore àti gbogbo wa pátápátá. Àwọn tí a bá fẹ́ pè sí studio, a ṣì ní bí 15 or 20 minutes kó tó di wípé a ka story wa. 077 690 51172. Àwọn tí a bá fẹ́ pè sí WhatsApp +44 690 51172. No, +44 77690 51172. Ní tí a bá fẹ́ pè sórí WhatsApp +44 77 690 51172. Kí Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ kó gbà fún wa, kí ó má fi wá sílẹ̀, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí a lo àlùyọ. Níbi ìgbà tí corona bẹ̀rẹ̀, tí pandemic yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní last year, mo rí orin kan lára àwọn orin yẹn tí máa gbọ́ orin yẹn gbà mí máa rẹ́rìn bọ̀, orin yẹn ní ìtumọ̀. Orin náà wọ́n kọ ní wọ́n ní àwọn ìyá àgbàlagbà ni wọ́n kọrin náà, wọ́n ní Ọlọ́run bá wa lé kòró wọgbó, sáà tí a bá wa lé kòró jìnnà, máa jẹ́ àbá kòró wọnú àwẹ̀ wa. That was last year. Abá kòró kó a ṣe kòró nínú àwẹ̀ wa. A ṣe ọdún àwẹ̀, a tún ṣe ọdún iléyá. Àwọn Christian ní ṣe Easter, wọ́n ṣe Christmas. Ọdún àwẹ̀ míì ló tún ti ń bọ̀ yìí o. Àwẹ̀ April inshallah la máa mú àwẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run k'Ọlọ́run kó kà wá mọ́ wọn. La máa tún mú àwẹ̀ kòró wà ń ta. Kòró tún wá wà ń ta lásán. Ó ń gba ẹ̀mí. Dó Ọlọ́run ló ń gba ẹ̀mí. Tí àsìkò ẹ̀dá ò bá dẹ̀ tó, kò ní kú. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí onígbàgbọ́, nǹkan tí a gbàgbọ́ rẹ̀. But at the same time, ó jẹ́ wípé a mọ̀ wípé kòró yìí ẹni tí ò kú, ẹni tó bá ti ní rí tí ò kú, a mọ̀ wípé Ọlọ́run ò pé méjì. Ẹni tó ti ní rí tó ti ṣe rí, a mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ò pé méjì. Bẹ́ẹ̀ dẹ̀kẹ́ ni a ní àwọn ẹlòmíì tí Ọlọ́run fún wọn ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé wọn ò tiẹ̀ ní any symptoms kankan, bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ní virus yìí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn tó ń rìn títì tí ò mọ̀ wípé òun ní kinní yìí lára. Ìdí tí kinní yìí tún ṣe ń spread bí ó ṣe ń spread rèé. Bí àrùn yìí ṣe wà rẹ̀, àfi k'Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ kó ṣàánú wa. K'Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ kó má jẹ́ ká mọ̀ nira. Ọba tí tó máa ń fúnni ní ease, tó máa ń heal èèyàn, kó heal gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní ìdùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn. Àwa tí a dẹ̀ ṣe àìsàn náà, kí Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ kó má fi àìsàn náà kàn wá. Ẹni tó bá kàn ló mọ̀, kò kí ń ṣe nǹkan tí èèyàn kan máa gbàdúrà kí èèyàn ní. It's distressing. And we have some children actually, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ tún ní coronavirus yìí. Some children don't even have the symptoms, while some children have the symptoms. Èyí tó wá burú jù níbẹ̀ ni wípé when a child has coronavirus, it's actually hard to tell how the child is feeling. Àgbàlagbà lè sọ pé orí ń fọ́ mi lẹ́ni ẹnu ń dùn mí lọ́la. But how do you tell what the child is going through in his or her body? So ìyẹn ṣe sọ pé all those children, they are going through a tough time. Kí Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ kó ṣàánú wa, kó bá wa lé kinní yìí jìnnà, kí a lè wà ní ìgbé ayé, ká lè gbé ìgbé ayé, ká lè gbé ìgbé àlùbáríkà, kí a lè wà ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀, kí ayé kó tún da ju bí àwa gan ṣe lérò lọ. Wala kun fayakun. Tí ìjì bá jà, lẹ́yìn ìjì, oore Ọlọ́run, ìdẹ̀ra Ọlọ́run ló tún máa ń wá. Kí Ọlọ́run tètè jẹ́ kí kinní yìí. The truth about it is that ó ti jẹ́ disease kan nìyẹn. So lára àwọn disease yìí, it has come to stay, we'll live with it. That's the reality. But how to live with this, how we can manage tó jẹ́ pé a máa support ara wa, that is what really matter. Especially our younger generation. Our younger generation yẹn gangan ló ń kàn mí lóminú, ni mò ń worry about. I feel so sorry for them. Lately, I'm just thinking, okay, let me try, and everyone can try this as well. Let's do a Zoom party. Let all children come together. We play games together. We sing, we dance, we ask about each other's welfare. I'm not talking about adults now. I'm talking about children. In your salatu, if you are not doing this already, parents, you can actually do a Zoom party for them. They will come together. Zoom can accommodate as many as possible. So to any capacity to organize maybe every 50 batches or every 100. Let it be something you do over 1 week or 1 month. Okay, they must share frequently during this hard time. Even families can do that. Family, friends, see, so we can come together. So it's an opportunity for us. We organize a Zoom party. We'll talk. The children will see each other. They will laugh. Even you as an adult, you stay with the children. You play with them. You talk. You ask them questions. You ask them how they are faring. And when you'll be surprised about your brain or next child, I mean your friend's child, how are you, my dear? How have you been feeling? I hope everything is okay. You'll be surprised he or she will tell you what he or she hasn't told the parents. You will be surprised because sometimes they like to open up to other people, people they trust, and they know as a family friend you are part of the family anyway. So they want to open up to you. They want to tell you how they are feeling, their frustration and stuff like that. This is very important. Another advice, we can actually do something like that. Because I was actually thinking about it that, okay, these children, I miss them dearly. They are not my children, but I have this genuine love for them. We have the time we fight. When they are naughty, I scold them. But when they are not naughty, I love giving hugs. Okay, we get a hug, then we do other things, we play. All those we cannot do it anymore. We can't do all those things anymore. So there's a way we should connect and interact with the children. Please don't think about your children only. Think about those children that actually love you. As a second mom or as an auntie. To think about those children that want to confide in you, or that can confide and tell you things they're not even able to tell their parents, especially the teenagers. They listen to other people. If you're an auntie, call your niece. If you're an uncle, call your nephew. Ask them, engage them in conversation. When you engage them, sometimes they're shy, they don't want to talk. But when you engage them in conversation, ask them what they like, what they are missing, what they intend to do tomorrow or next tomorrow. You'll be surprised they'll open up, they'll talk, and they will be very happy. Help your friend's daughter. Help your friend's son. Speak to them. They have a lot they are going through, and we have to help them. Wallahi, I feel so sorry for those children. Wallahi azim, I feel sorry for them. So this is why we've come today to seek help and to interact together so we can help them to grow. We can help to ease their frustration and constantly remind them that everything will be okay. The storm will pass. There's always a tunnel at the end. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. May Allah in His infinity mercy continue to guide us. If you'd like to call to the studio number is 077 690 51172. If you want to call on WhatsApp, +44 77690 51172. That is a direct number to Sunnah and Self-Esteem. Or if you have a message, you want to send a message, you can text a message to the same number. If you're in the UK or anywhere, if you want to text on WhatsApp, you can text us. I'm going to go on WhatsApp now just to check if anybody has sent any message on WhatsApp. Please, we are all into this together, and we have to continually working together or work together, so everything will work out for us, for our children. Can help wọn. Àwọn tá bá need laptop, tá need the internet. Bí a tá bá ti pé school tí wọ́n fún wa. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a push case wa dáadáa. Ká má tìjú. Bẹ̀bẹ̀. The government and council want to make a provision for these things. So the school will help you. Tẹ́ bá pè lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, tẹ́ bá pè tó bá dán inú. Ẹ pè lẹ́lẹ́kẹta, ẹ write wọn. Right àwọn ọmọ yín ni, and torí ìjọba dẹ̀ ti ṣe ìbáyọ̀ kìí ṣe Nàìjíríà tí government bá provide pencil àbí free books tàmárẹ́ àwọn teachers mi tó máa họ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń tà fún àwọn ọmọ yẹn instead. These are things that happen nílùú tá a ti wá, but they can never do something like, they can't do things like that here. Bí sister wa ṣe sọ, àwọn ọmọ tí àwọn slow learners, oh my God, how have we been coping? Àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n ní autism, báwo la ṣe ń cope pẹ̀lú wọn? Àwọn ọmọ tó ní speech therapy, tó ń lọ fún speech therapy, how are we coping with them? Àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé naturally wọ́n wà very active, wọ́n lè jump láti òkè nísìn three stairs. Here lè blame ọmọ ìkéré ni wọ́n máa ṣeré. How are we coping with them? There is help out there. Kí Ọlọ́run aláàánú jùlọ kí ó gbà fún wa. Alhaja wa Biliki Savage, well said. Looking after the family well-being, mental health is paramount now. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Alhaja wa sister Abimbola Olorike, should we take the coronavirus vaccine? Yes. Ẹjì jọ ní títorí Ọlọ́run. Corona vaccine, they have been, even our CNN ti ṣe program lórí ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti gbé àwọn scholars tí wọ́n jẹ́ Muslim tó jẹ́ doctor, wọ́n ti gbé jáde. And àrẹ ti ní àwọn scholars kan náà tí wọ́n ṣe video pé they've actually received the virus, but they've taken the virus, the vaccine. And recently mo wo imam wọn ní East London Mosque, wọ́n fi video hàn wípé kí àwọn yẹn lọ gba vaccine yẹn, because the death rate nísìnyí àti kí ìrun jímọ̀ ti ẹ̀kọ́ ni wọ́n ló kàn nísìn, but the amount of òkú tí wọ́n ń gbé wá sí East London Mosque every single day, every single week is alarming. Is alarming. Greenwich Mosque tó wà nítòsí, tó wà ní time ní Greenwich, àwọn náà máa mọ iye òkú tó máa wẹ̀ fún iye janoza tó ń ṣe. Janoza tá à ń ṣe ń sìn tó jẹ́ pé a lè kírun lẹ́yìn òkú àfi tá bá jẹ́ bí ẹni tó ṣaláìsí. So everything is being restricted. So bí Alhaja Wasabe ṣe sọ, that wọ́n fẹ́ lọ sí janoza ẹni tí wọ́n pè for so long. So we need to be checking. A máa ṣe program tá máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa our adults, how we can continue and sustain each other, inshallah. But we are talking about the children now. Nítorí pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn, they are going through a lot, and we've actually not done any program regarding this. I feel sorry, so sorry for them. Yes, let's take the vaccine. And actually, mo rántí nsìn, NHS is actually looking for places tí wọ́n lè lò as corona vaccine hub. Táwọn èèyàn lè máa ti gba vaccine yìí. If you have a place, if you have if your mosque or your worship place is being locked for now, or if you can accommodate, but it's Monday to Friday, so that one lè lo center yín àbí àyè yín, space yín láti fi ṣe hub tó máa fi máa fáwọn yín ní vaccine. The NHS is counting on us. They are looking forward to people that can help them. There is a deadline for tomorrow. Mo share lórí page wa. Àwa tá bá ní let's work together. The government cannot do it alone. We have to come together and support them. We have to help the government. When we help the government, our land help. When we help our community, we are helping our children because we are the community. And they work. They are not actually doing anything. Really. So, but here they work together. They work a lot, but they want to work together with the family. They even go to schools. They go to places. To have a conversation. So you see them as your friend. You see them as people you can actually approach and actually talk to. Talk about your concern. If there's anything you want the government or the council to do for you, they give you the opportunity to talk to them. But every area, borough, adubo, lonely counselors. These are the jobs of the counselors. And to be a counselor is not actually a big deal. If you know you're active, if you know that you can help, if you know you can do something to and engage your community, you can look for how to be a counselor. Lately, in Greenwich Borough, they are looking for people to be community champions regarding this coronavirus. Someone that can coronavirus vaccine and also update about coronavirus. Someone that because I don't share rishi. We just want you to share updates with your friends and family or the people that you know. So these things are little things we can do for our family. We have to work together as one. Christian, Muslim, your kolomata nisi. Be Christian jenku, coronavirus discriminate. Atolowo, atitalika, atidudu pupa, Christian, Muslim, everybody. See along bani asiko to koni loni. èyí tí ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí ní ẹ má rò pé kò lè mú yín onígbàgbọ́ ni wá a máa gbàgbọ́ àmọ́ we have to follow the guidelines a ní àwọn tí wọn ò mọ ibi tí wọ́n ti kó kinní yìí o tí wọ́n ti kó àrùn yìí a ní àwọn ìtọ́ pé wọ́n lè place báyìí pé báyìí làwọn ti kó so it can happen to anybody at any time. I know a lot of people that have issues, and some people actually are hiding it that they've had it. That is a topic for another day. And hold this information. Why? It is not a stigma. It's something that happened to us. It is a topic for another day. Àwọn ọmọ akọ́nà wà láǹjì lọ kó bá wa dá wọn sí. So ẹ jẹ́ kí tó má ti pè wá gbogbo yẹn náà kọ́ ni wọ́n ti ń fún nísìn. But tó má pè wá at a point ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbà á. Let's work together with the government. According to our research àtàwọn stories tí wọ́n tún sọ, àwọn tí kìíní yìí affect jù tó ń tètè mẹ́mí wọn lọ ní probably àwọn tí they living in poverty. Wọn jẹun gidi, wọn lògùn, wọn ṣe nǹkan gidi. So tó máa ní kìíní ó máa affect wọn. Irú àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà homeless tó bá hit wọn báyìí it affects them really bad. Àbí àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní àìlera ìyẹn kìíní náà tún máa affect wọn dáadáa. Àwọn tàdé tún jẹ́ dúdú náà rate tí àwọn dúdú fi ń kú òun náà tún high àbí àti àwọn ethnic minorities ó high. So gbogbo kìíní ló yẹ ká come together. We've had a lot of videos, the same videos on oríṣiríṣi táwọn èèyàn sọ. I'm not going into that. Pé the rates báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń kú wá and all that. I'm not a medical practitioner. For me, their money, I don't know much about health, but we just need to work together. Ká help àwọn ọmọ wa ìkàdé to help ara wa. Kọ́lá wa dáhùn jùlọ kó gbà fún wa. Sister Olabisi Shadare, thank you for joining us. I'm Robbie. I'm so happy to see you today. Oh, my darling big brother, Dr. Nafeesa Ayeola. Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you on today's program. Thank you for joining us. I miss you, sir. Eba mi ki àwọn bro mi o àti wife wa. Ọlọ́run wá jẹ́ ká nípàdé ayọ̀. Amen. May Allah bless all of us. Amen. Ya Allah. And Sister Abimbola Olorike, what advice do you have for people in Nigeria? Because the government have really failed them, and also Nigerians don't believe that coronavirus exists. So I can try TV about any visitor, then I'll come back to you later so I can read for everybody. So, Sister Olabisi Shadare, may Allah grant us mercy in the midst of all this pandemic. May we and our loved ones not be bad statistics. Shield us, Ya Allah, Amin, Ya Allah. Ejeba share video yi. It will go a long way. It will help somebody and touch somebody's life. Please share the video and please share your ideas and support with us. If you are an elderly person watching or listening, please, if things like this happen in your time, how did you manage? How did you respond? We need your help. We need you to advise us and share advice and share things with us that can help us and our children. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sugar Prince, that's why me Debbie really appreciate, sir. Thank you for the love, sir. Ọlọ́run ò ní fi yín sílẹ̀, sir. Mo sick ni, sir. That's why. Rárá, sir. Àmín ya Allah. Àmín ya Allah. Àmín sọ̀rọ̀, àmín, àmín. Àmín, ẹ ṣeun, sir. Yes, sir. Àwa nìyẹn, sir.
Ṣé rí coronavirus pandemic yìí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir.
Ní tèmi o, ibi tí rí àfidálẹ̀
ayé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, máa jẹ́ ọpẹ́ fún wa.
Ṣé rí tí kòró yìí bá kó tó máa kúrò lẹ́yìn?
Inshallah.
Kòró yìí tó máa kúrò lẹ́yìn láìpẹ́ yìí.
Inshallah.
Ṣé rí àwọn tí a bá change ways of life wa? Pastor ni o, imam ni o, àti individual. Ṣé jẹ́ tí ń sìn?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir.
Ọlọ́run máa ń pé kí Ọlọ́run bá kọ́kọ́ bí ní sùn tọ̀hún. Ìwọ tó ní tó fún wọn lákejì ìwọ tó ní tó máa ń suppress wọn lákejì ìwọ tó ní tó yẹ pé ìgbéraga ló ń ṣe ǹjẹ́ kọ̀rọ̀ wọn lówó ọmọ tálíkà.
Kò discriminate rárá.
Kò discriminate ibi tí agbára Ọlọ́run tó lè sí yẹn tó lọ fẹ́ fi ilé ìgbà pé òun lágbára. Òun lágbára ohun tí yóò fojú rí tó ń dàgbò bàbá yìí láàmú. So tí àáfàá kan bá ní kó wá àbí pásítọ̀ kan pé wá máa ṣàdúrà fún kò sí àìsàn náà agbọ́ Ọlọ́run ká àìmọye pásítọ̀ ti bá kúrú lọ.
Àìmọye àáfàá.
Àìmọye àáfàá ti bá kúrú lọ. So ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ní orúkọ tó yẹ tó wá gbẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ní ọlọ́pàá kó dárí jù ní. Jẹ́ ká dé ní ìyọnu sí ọmọlàkejì wa ká máa oppress ká máa suppress. Ṣẹ́rí ilé ìtẹ̀ tó bá àwa tó jẹ́ àwọn ìjọba Nàìjíríà. Jẹ́ ká tó wà àìmọye wọn lọ sí hospital tó ń sọ bí $10,000 per night. Wọ́n máa kú.
Làhápà kẹbíyọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni àwọn tí wọ́n dé wà ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì hospital tó sí nǹkankan wọ́n máa wà láyé. Ṣọ́tí ẹ̀sìn. So ṣẹ́rí this period of
pandemic bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Yeah, it's a turbulent period for everybody. It's a turbulent period for everybody.
It is.
Because in fact àsìkò kòró ìgàn ó jẹ́ kílé tòrò. Ọmọ tó ń gbélé tẹ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ ogún ó gbélé.
Ilé mi ń dàrú sà.
Àní ní sùúrù ṣẹ́rí kòró ó jẹ́ kí àló jẹ́ kílé ní ìtòrò ọkọ̀ tí òkè ń gbélé tẹ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀. Ó jókòó lé mọ́lú lọ. Ìyàwó tó yẹ pé àti mẹ́rin ní Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tó máa gbé gbé kò máa rí bí gbé lè sí lọ. Ibi agbára Ọlọ́run ọba nìyẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kòró tún dá lérò o. Because ọkọ tó wà ní pẹ̀lú ìyàwó 24/7. Ara máa kàn méjì ni. Àwọn tó yẹ pé bóyá tẹ́lẹ̀ bí 3,000 náà méjì náà méjì ní ilé mọ́ǹtì torí pé kò síṣẹ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì fún wọn ní bí 600 àbí 700. Ṣé yẹ kó tó wọn mọ́kẹ́jì? Ara máa kàn mẹ́rin ọmọ máa kàn méjèèjì. Àwọn ọmọ tó wà ní kan náà ilé máa sún wọn. Ṣẹ́rí bílíọ̀nù kan ṣe pé ẹjọ́ ẹ tó bá lè yẹ ẹ̀kú pẹ̀ wọ̀n yàn. Kò bá ọ̀rọ̀ bọ́jú máa tiẹ̀ kó tó bá ní ìdí financial lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé ó pọ̀ lọ́mọ kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ tó bá dẹ̀ lè rẹ́ndà ẹ̀ kó rẹ́ndà ẹ̀. Ṣẹ́rí advantage nìyẹn. Now, Ajẹ́nà Fisa, ṣé ká ní pé a ní community center tiwa ni? Ṣé bí a ní activities tí wọ́n máa kóra jọ ká máa organize ní fún ọmọ wa yìí? Pé ókè o, àwọn site wà community yìí o, area yìí o, àwọn náà ní wíìkì, area yìí, àwọn náà ní wíìkì, area yìí, àwọn náà ní wíìkì, gbogbo sí. Wọ́n kí nìyẹn ni gbogbo ọ̀dà communities yẹn ń ṣe. Tó tún ṣe kinní fún wọn láti lé. Ṣé bí àti ń sìn? Wọ́n máa ṣe fún wọn ní Zoom. A ń ṣe kinní lecture oríṣiríṣi fún wọn Zoom. Even oríṣiríṣi wọ́n gba kí ni wọ́n máa play díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ra wọn. Ṣé ẹgbẹ́ rí sí but we don't have anything like that in our community. Ṣé bí Lucy ọmọ law school rí náà? Yes, ó ń lọ sí school. Wọ́n ti fún wọn káńtẹ̀ bù wọn. We have 5 subjects tó máa ṣe ìnídìí ìgbà tó lọ school ni. Nígbà tó lọ school ni wọ́n ní tó ní break. Títí ẹ̀ bá break bá ti tó tó sọ látọ̀ fún un. Tó rẹ̀ ń ṣe àwọn assignment tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọn lọ. Nàìjíríà ìyá tó ọmọ tó ní látọ̀ school wọ́n gba látọ̀ fún. Wọ́n búrẹ̀ láti àwọn computer companies.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Pé fún wọn. Can do the same thing.
Mo sọ
tó bá wọrí kíní òkúta ni wọ́n fi ń kọ́ àwọn abọ́ṣe romance.
Ẹ má bínú pé mo dárọ̀ mọ́ yín lẹ́nu sà. Mo sọ lẹ́ǹkan náà pé ní àwọn teachers kan náà tó jẹ́ pé teacher olùkọ́ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ni wọ́n tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ń provide àwọn nǹkan yìí kéékèèké náà tó dẹ̀ ń họ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ tó wá ń tà fún àwọn ọmọ yìí ní school. These are things that happen ní country wa tá à ń sọ yìí.
àwọn aláṣẹ gbogbo wa burúkú tó wà Nàìjíríà tí kò pẹ̀lú bíbá. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ wa tó bá tẹ̀lé látọ̀ fún Nàìjíríà ṣé wọ́n níná tó wà fi jáde. Àbọ̀ níná tó wà fi ṣe kínní.
Ya Rabbil Alamin.
Ṣẹ́rí our community níbí báyìí. It's not too late o.
It is not.
It's not too late.
It is not.
It's not too late. Àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe community wa nílé Odùduwà nation là ń lé kiri. Tí n tó lè wà rí. A ní ká ṣe nǹkan fún ọmọ wa.
Ọlọ́run á ṣàánú wa sá.
Ọlọ́run á ṣe dáadáa fún wa. Ká máa ṣe community wa ká ràn lọ́wọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sá.
Kò sí nǹkan tó bá àtàbá ní Nàìjíríà bíi Christ àbí kìíní àbí cooperative kìíní.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa fẹ́ ràn wa lọ́wọ́.
Wọ́n máa yáwó á lọ fi ṣèyàwó.
Tọ́ọ̀ tún ní dá padà.
Wọ́n tún dá padà ní ìmọ̀ yáwó máa lọ fi ráṣọ gbàgbọ́. Wọ́n dá ó padà.
Téèyàn bá fẹ́ ṣe patí tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá yá wọn gbà yẹn jọ máa wá bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Jerry, when you look at it, ẹ fi pé àwọn pàtí kan ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù káàkiri ìlú yìí lásán ni. Community wọn ló ti ń ta fúnra wọn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èèyàn mẹ́rin lè ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù ńlá kan tó máa open very massive shop.
Massive shop ọmọ mẹ́rin náà máa ní bí márùn-ún. Kò dẹ̀ ní síjà ẹ̀ ní mẹ́tọ́ ní.
Kò ní sí ẹ̀rí mọ̀ ọ̀kan náà ní gbogbo wọn.
Nàìjíríà ni mo ti rí ẹni tó wà ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó wọ léèsì tó wọ complete space tó máa jẹ́ fìlà. Àwọn àgọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ àjọpọ̀ sórí jù. Wọ́n bá bọ́ọ̀ mẹ́ta bíi mẹ́rin bọ́ọ̀ méjì para business for Nàìjíríà bí kò ṣe máa bà kan ló máa ń mọ́ kó ṣe máa bà péjì ẹ̀ ó máa bà péjì láti lè jẹ́ ẹgbọ́n business mọ́lẹ̀.
Ọlọ́run á ṣàánú wa.
Ṣé wọ́n kọ́ ẹ wọ́n bá ti níbí yìí ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó bá dé máa ta ṣọ́ọ̀bù yẹn máa ké pé inú ló máa rà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ṣọ́ọ̀bù nìkan tiẹ̀ ni àwọn fámìlì méjì bẹ́ẹ̀ni àwọn fámìlì méjì mẹ́ta wọ́n máa ra ilé bíi méjì àbí mẹ́ta wọ́n máa wá já pọ̀ tó máa gbé bẹ̀ inú bẹ̀ náà wọ́n máa márì sí wọ́n máa kúrò. In fact we have a long way to go Yorùbá.
inú wa bí akọ̀dúró ni akọ̀dúró we Nigerians are just wicked. àtúgbọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá we are wicked.
àwọn àdè là ń lọ church jù là ń lọ mọ́ṣáláṣí jù.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni àwọn alápọ̀ church jù alápọ̀ mọ́ṣáláṣí jù.
Ọlọ́run àbọ̀ wa kẹ́yìn sà.
Nàìjíríà ló pọ̀ jù ní.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni
mọ́ọ̀sì Nàìjíríà ló pọ̀
jù bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
àwọn méjì ni wọ́n tún mẹ́wàá lọ church náà ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Ọlọ́run àbá mi kẹ́yìn sà.
Ṣẹ́rí ìsọ́túnlẹ̀ tó.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Bóyá tí ẹ bá lọ sí CIMO àbílẹ́sẹ̀ pé.
CNMO àrẹ tún ní rọ́bítà.
Ẹ̀kọ́ oríire lọ́wọ́ ayọ̀ mo ti try ní committee.
Ọlọ́run á ṣe ní rọrùn fún wa. We'll get there inshallah. We'll get there. Àmì ẹ ṣé mo really appreciate sir. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ sir. Àmì sir. Ẹ sà báyìí sir. Assalamu alaikum. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o. Prince Ọ̀ṣunnísì ẹ kú ìfẹ́ Ọlọ́run bá wa nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín náà àti gbogbo wa pátápátá. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ sir. Yes sir. A ní àǹfààní láti gba ìpè ọkàn sí kó tó di wípé a parí ètò so that program yẹn ò ní gùn jù. We can always continue another time. Lẹ́yìn tí a bá ṣe enjoy we are talking about coronavirus, thinking about the younger generation. Kọ́lọ́n kó bá wa dá àwọn ọmọ wa sí, kán dirú, kán dìgbà, kán ní oríire, kán dẹ̀ ní àlùbáríkà tó pọ̀ ní gbogbo ọ̀nà wọlá kún fàyà kún. Àti mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwa tí a pè, gbogbo àwa tí a fi message sí orí Facebook, orí Instagram, mi ò tiẹ̀ rí yẹn kà. Àmọ́ mo kí brother àbí sister Olúwaṣẹ́gun Fúnmi_Haslo. Thank you for joining us in the kitchen with Fatia. Oh, thank you, Fatia. I'm so happy to see you on the program. Oh, thank you. I love you, my dear, and I do miss you dearly. Inshallah, we'll meet soon. How is Fatia? How is mom and dad? Thank you so much, darling. Salima Hey_boutique. Thank you for joining us, Seida. Àlàáfíà lẹ wà o. Ṣé ìkóníjọ ń kọ́ o? Ìpàdé wa ládùn lóyin ni àwọn ọmọ mi ń kọ́. Ẹ bá mi kí gbogbo wọn o. Moka J, thank you for joining us on Instagram. Mi ò ní glasses mi, so I can only see the little I can see. Thank you. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Àwa tí a tún join ní orí Facebook. Mo really appreciate gbogbo apáta. Mo rí Alhaji wa Aleja Banjo. I'm so happy to see you on the program, sir. How are you? How is my darling Miriam and Balkis? Mo máa ń sábà gbàgbé orúkọ ọmọ yẹn ọkùnrin. I hope everybody is fine. Please, let me send message. I miss them so much, especially Miriam. I miss her so much, and everybody. All these young children, I miss them so much. Unfortunately, lè ṣe kíní youth party get together tá a ṣe ní last year. So mo rò pé a tún lè ṣe ní year yìí ni, but I don't know how it's going to work, because they actually deserve to come together. Kọ́lọ́n jẹ́ kí gbogbo pandemic yìí, kọ́lọ́n jẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ kúrò lẹ̀, so we can actually do things together like we normally do. Ọlọ́run á dá àwọn ọmọ wa sí. Ẹ jẹ́ bá mi send message mi sí àwọn ọmọ náà. Ọlọ́run kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Amen. Alhaja wa mo ń try láti ka message eléyìí tí mo ń rí. But let me go back on here. Sister Rahamat Olayinka Alibalogun. Wọ́n ní parents need to create more time for the children than before, e.g., eating together, go through some of their studies with them, pray with them, etc. May Allah continue to help us all. Amen. Amen. Ya Rabbal Alamin. Kọ́lọ́run má fi wá sílẹ̀. Alhaja wa Ola Marigold Alhaja Busari. I believe she's trying to talk to me about her children. And honestly, I've been to Auntie's house a few times. Baby Farida. Honestly, you will see that there's a connection. She plays and they talk, and she on form anytime. Lati sorrow. And I trust Farida. She's just like me. She's one happy, bubbly girl. Bless her. So when we play together, pretending like playtime in school, yes, that's really good. Academic TV. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Malam Yusuf Adepoju. Pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run tó bá di next week. A máa ní àwọn sheikh wa lórí ètò ní next week pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run. And we'll be talking about something very topical and interesting. Inshallah, I'm also a topic here later. Kolon ko deni wasi, kolon ma fi wasile. So Alhaja Busari, she said again, we dance, we sing, and make videos together. That's interesting. Thank you so much, ma. Sister Rahamat Olayinka Alibalogun. For an only child, one can get him or her a domestic animal or as companion, e.g. a cat or our atajamusumi ali siaja. Well, you can do parrot as well. You can do because I love carrots. You can do rabbit as well. Rabbits are so lovely. So and other pets, the barrow could be like at least he helps them and he makes them happy, take them out of a certain mood at a certain time, and they become happy again. Sister Rahama, thank you for sharing that with me. Sister Abimbola Olorike, I pray for the medical system in Nigeria. Okay, people died. Many people have died because in the hospital or because of the hospital. They don't have enough facility. Nigeria. Nigeria. Àmọ́ ìjọba àwọn ṣe tí wọn. Àwa tá jala aráàlú náà. Àwa náà need láti to work together. But ó sad gan iṣẹ́ tó yẹ kí ìjọba máa ṣe ni. But believe me, even here in this country, there are people, individuals, there are big companies, there are celebrities that do help and support the government. Nigeria issue. Sister Rashida Adeola Alarakpe Adejari. I would love if I have a child, if a parent can actually permit her child, his or her child, to call into the program and tell me how they feel. They don't have to mention their names. They don't, and I'm not going to ask them for their names. But I really appreciate if I get one person or one child on this program just to tell us how they feel. I was also thinking about doing like a focus group questionnaire to ask children how they feel. SubhanAllah, when I asked my children, the best thing I can do was to hug them. A hearty hug. Everything is going to be fine. So if you have your child, if he's not, shy, be it a boy or a girl, they need to be outspoken. So Tambale, I would more appreciate if I see a child or a parent to allow their child to call. They don't have to tell me where they're calling from. They don't have to say their name. But I just want to know how they feel. I really appreciate as a parent, if you can allow your child or children to call to the studio. And that's going to be the last call we are going to be taking, because I will have to finish at 8:30 the latest, and I want to read our story I haven't read in a while. The studio number is 077 690 51172. This number is direct to Sona and Self-Esteem. If there's anything you need, if there's any help you need, please call us directly on that number. You can also text as well. I thank everyone for their support all along. May Allah in His infinity mercy reward everybody abundantly. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Farida is here.
Hey Farida, how are you, my bubbly, lovely friend?
Assalamu alaikum, auntie. I'm fine.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I love to hear your voice, Farida. I miss you so much. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. How are your sister and brother?
They're good.
Great. Thank you for calling on the program. Today we are talking about the coronavirus, and we've been thinking and talking, addressing issues and finding ways to help children to manage during this distressing time. And if you don't mind me asking, how do you feel about the whole thing? How have you been coping?
It's not very good because I'm kind of bored.
Oh.
But I'm glad I have my schoolwork to do. And usually on Thursdays I get to see my friends on Zoom calls. Zoom calls. Zoom class.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm sure you miss Grandma as well. Do you talk to her? Are you able to talk and see Grandma once in a while?
Yeah, I talk to her sometimes.
Oh, that's good.
See her on video most of the time.
Oh, that's good. Do you have advice for your friends or people of your age struggling or finding it really hard to cope? Is there anything?
Yes.
Yeah, go on, my darling. Thank you.
Yes. My advice is to stay safe and keep on just trying your best to find something to do, because the lockdown might go soon.
Oh.
We don't know when it's going to go, so just be patient.
Oh. Farida, I love you so much.
Thank you, Auntie. I love you too.
Oh, thank you. I really miss you. I love your giggles. I love your hug. And I love everything about you. From when you were born, Farida, I know that you are very special. And Auntie knows as well. Thank you so much for calling on today's program. Do you want to say anything at all? Is there anything else you want to say, or you are done?
I think I'm done.
That's good. Do you want to say something to Mom for helping you, and for your brother and sister for helping you all along? Is there anything you want to say to Mom and Dad?
What do you want to say?
I would like to say a big thank you to my mommy and dad, because usually when the work is hard for me, they're still helping me.
Oh my God, Farida, I love you. I'm sure Mom will be so happy and proud. I love you. May Allah bless you abundantly. Thank you so much, my darling. Thank you. I'm looking forward to see you sometime soon, inshallah. Okay, look after yourself and have a lovely weekend.
I will. Thank you for having me on the program, Auntie. Bye.
Thank you. I'm sure I'm going to do a program with you very soon. I would love to host you someday. And we're going to talk about that. Don't worry. I want you to be and be better. I want you to be like me, and also to be better in future. You have a lot of potentials. And Allah will develop you, guide you, and protect and increase you in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Thank you so much, Farida. I appreciate it. Love you. Bye. Bye, darling. Bye.
I appreciate you helping me.
Oh, thank you. I love that. Thank you so much. Oh, subhanallah. I have some beautiful children around me that I've missed so dearly. They are so wonderful children. They are lovely children. May Allah bless them. That was it for me. I'm so happy. Thank you, Auntie, as well, for allowing her to ring through to the studio. I know her. She's so bubbly. I don't know who is a talkative. Maybe it's me or her. I don't know. But I'll leave you to judge. But I know she's got something very big to give to the world. May Allah preserve her and preserve all our children. Ameen. There is another caller. Maybe it's a child. Hello, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I know that voice. MashaAllah. MashaAllah, Aisha. I'm so happy to hear your voice. In fact, I miss all of them. Aisha, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my darling. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, darling. I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
Oh, may Allah make it easy for us to come together soon.
Amen.
Amen. So we've been talking about coronavirus and we're thinking about you guys, how it's been affecting you, how are you coping and all that. Can you tell me how you've been coping, please?
In the coronavirus, it's been very hard and it's taken my time away from all my family members and my friends. But I've been trying to read the Quran to help me stay happy.
Allahu Akbar. You've been reading the Quran. Oh,
yeah.
Allahu Akbar. May Allah continue to increase you in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Amen.
I'm sure you miss all your friends, grandma, and your family friends. How are you coping with those ones?
I try to take time them and talk to them and see how they are doing every day.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. He said, do you have any worry you'd like to share with us? And do you also have advice for people of your age that are struggling or finding it difficult to cope?
I think that people should just read the Quran and tell Allah some prayers so they can stay happy and Allah will send them some joy and happiness.
Allahu Akbar. May Allah bless you abundantly. May Allah love you more and bless you in all ways. Allah will increase you and Allah will be with you, guide you and make you prosper in life. And also Allah will continue to guide you in His way, in His deen. And inshallah you shall be successful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. Would you like to say one or two things to mom and dad?
Yeah, I would like to say thank you to my mom and dad for helping me go through this hard time, and thank you to them for doing the best they can for us and my siblings.
Oh, may Allah bless you. I'm going to ask you a tricky question. You don't have to answer. Who's been there helping, especially with the schoolwork, mom or dad?
Mom?
It's always mom, isn't it? Allah will bless you, my darling. Allah will bless you. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. My regards to everyone. And especially tell Abdullah I miss him so much, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, darling. Thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend and have a nice evening.
You too.
Thank you. Bye, darling. Bye. Oh, that gladdens my heart. Oh, gosh, we have to finish the program somehow. May Allah in His infinity mercy bless all our children. Make them Qurrata Ayunin and guide them, protect them, and we will reap all the hard labor that we've been doing. Another time, inshallah, we'll talk about how we can distress again. Like one of the kids said, it's always mom, 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 mom. Even when dad is at home, mom is always special and we do a lot of work. Yes, there are some dads that are trying as well, but it is a woman's nature to nurture. So men, please don't be jealous. You're working really hard, providing for the family even during this difficult time. We thank you, dads. We thank you, moms. Thank you, uncles. Thank you, everybody who've been there for one another. I'll quickly run through the messages. No more calls for now. Thank you. So we have to finish the program, and so I can go and try and fix the dinner somehow before the day before we sleep. Right. So I'm gonna say, Sister Madina Ashabi Bari today. Or Barry Tide. Thank you for joining us today. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Nigeria for you. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Kọ́lọ́n ṣàánú wa ni. àfikọ́ lọ́n ṣàánú wa nílùú Nàìjíríà àmì oyárọ́bì Nàìjíríà náà ni ìlara wà jù bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kọ́lọ́n kó ṣàánú fún wa. Sister Oyebisi àbí brother Oyebisi, no, sister or brother Oyebisi Razak Oyebisi, thank you for joining us. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Onyola Oloyin, thank you for joining us. My darling Egbon, our president at AFWAS, Alhaji Akim Ajao, thank you for joining us. How are you, sir? I'm so happy to see you on today's program. Sister Olaide Lawal, thank you for joining us. May Allah in His infinity mercy continue to bless us. Thank you to our darling daughter Farida and also to Aisha. May Allah in His infinity mercy reward you abundantly and bless you and all our children. Amen. Yes, definitely she can call. Yes, thank you, everybody. Brother Abdullah Tiamiu, thank you for joining us. Sister Tola Adeniro, thank you for joining us. Brother Hakim Ramoni, thank you for joining us. Brother Nordin Sulaiman, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, everybody. I think we don't have much time now. Let me see if I can read one or two things. Sister Idris, Aduke Idris, Walilahi alhamd. Alhaji was Savage, well said. Looking after the family well-being, mental health is paramount now. Benny. Yes, I've been able to read this. Yeah. Sister Abimbola Olorike, what advice do you have for people in Nigeria? No government. Okay, I've read that as well. I'm trying to read everybody's message as much as I can. I know I'm not going to be able to read everyone's message, but yeah, I think I'm going to leave reading messages for now so we can finish on time. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you. Now let's distress and enjoy our story. Story. I love reading stories and I miss reading my stories. Once upon a time. Today we shall continue our story from our book, 101 Quran Stories and Dua. The last topic I remember we read about Prophet Yusuf and wish alayhi salatu wasalam. And today we shall continue with the story. Let the kids enjoy the story and have a lovely evening. If they have had dinner or they are having dinner, it's time for them to cross their leg, call on to their brothers and sisters and enjoy the story. The author of this story is Sani Yasnain Khan, and today's topic is the two prisoners. Oh Allah, I would prefer prison to what these women are inviting me to do. That's in Surah to Yusuf, Quran 12, verse 33. Remember in the last story, we talked about the wife of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam's master, who was trying to seduce him so he can commit adultery with him. So now I'm going to continue the story. There were two prisoners who entered the prison at the same time as Yusuf. So Prophet Yusuf prayed to Allah to throw him into prison, or that he would prefer to be in prison rather than committing adultery or doing this bad thing with these women that are wishing and wanting to do something bad with him. So Allah answered his prayer. Now he's been thrown into prison. Both were servants in the royal court who had displeased the king. One of them was the king's cup-bearer. His job was to serve wine to the king. The other was the king's baker. Both were charged with conspiring to poison the king. Both were impressed by Prophet Yusuf's honesty and wisdom. They trusted him and began to consult him, alayhi salam. One night, both of them had strange dreams. They came to Yusuf alayhi salam and narrated the dreams. One told him that he saw himself pressing grapes to make wine. The other said that in his dream he saw himself carrying some bread on his head that was pecked by the birds. They requested Yusuf alayhi salam to tell us their meaning, for we can see you are a man of virtue. Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam replied that they would learn everything before their next meal. He added that his Lord had given this knowledge of interpreting dreams to him. After teaching them the faith, Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam interpreted their dreams. There is a verse from the Quran that says, all power belongs to God only, and he orders you to worship none but him. This is a true faith, though most people do not realize it. That's in Surah to Yusuf, Quran 12, verse 48. May Allah in his infinity mercy continue to guide us aright. The story of Yusuf, every one of us, I say this every time, that we are all endowed with one gift or the other. One of the gifts of Prophet Yusuf, we've heard in the story about Prophet Yusuf, is that he has the ability to interpret dreams. Some of us do dreams, some of the dreams come to reality, some of them don't come to reality. But Allah has blessed Prophet Yusuf with this dream. So because we talked about children today and encouraging them, the only thing I'm going to say regarding this particular story is to encourage our children, to develop them, look after them, pray for them, so they can develop in the gift Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them. Everyone is gifted with one thing or the other. Let's continue to encourage them. Let's continue to be there for them. Let's continue to love them and show them affection. When you look after your child, when you care for your child, you get a reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah continue to guide us aright, bless our children, increase us in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and increase His barakah upon us. Ameen. The end of our story, inshallah. We'll read another story next week, bi-iznillah, and Allah in His infinity mercy will give us long life and prosperity. Ameen. Just to round up everything we've discussed about today, and we've said so many issues, and I'll have to buttress on the solutions. On the solutions, we've been advised on each other, and also the few ones I have that I've not been able to mention. Remember that lack of social interaction with children can cause loneliness. It can cause depression. It can cause mental issues, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts in children. It does in adult too, but we are talking about children now. Now that we are still in lockdown, the children are not going back to school until around 8th of March 2021, according to the Prime Minister Boris Johnson. We need to look for things to help and support our children, to help them carry on. One of the things we should look and we should try to do is for them to be able, we should try and let them speak or make phone calls to their friends and loved ones. They can do audio calling and they can do video calling. Like I suggested earlier, family Zoom party. Or you can even not necessarily family. Some people are close to you. They are more like a family. Maybe your friends, your close friends, even neighbors that you know you have a good relationship with. You can have this Zoom party with their children with the permission of their parent. What we are trying to do is to encourage the children, to make them happy, to give them hope that there's still future. So let them have the opportunity to make phone calls and video calls to their grandmas, to their best friends and things like that. Let's show them more love during this time. Let's be patient with them. Let's talk to them. And let's do other things that buy them gifts if you can afford. If you can't afford gifts, a big hug, a big heartly hug goes a long way to everybody, children or adults. Let's allow them or take them out so they can spend some time with nature. Going to the park is one of the ways they will spend their time with nature. They will see the birds flying around, tweeting around. They will see plants. They will see flowers. They can touch and enjoy looking at them. The ones that are very active will have the opportunity to run around, play football, jump here and there, go on the swings and things like that. When we do that, let's be very careful. We have to be in our bubbles, remember, and also we have to follow the government's guidelines, like washing your hands, wearing gloves, wearing masks, and keeping your 2 meters distance from everybody, from people, especially people who are not in our bubbles. Our bubbles are people we live with. That's our bubble. So people we don't live with, no matter how much we love them, let's keep our 2 meters distance. When you love someone, we try to protect them. So that is one of the reasons why we encourage ourselves to keep that distance. Talk from afar, do phone calls, do video calls. And when you see each other from afar, wave, talk. There's air hugs, give air hugs and stuff like that. All those things, it will be over soon, inshallah. So another thing I would like to show is kindness, showing kindness to the children. Let's be kind. Let's be patient. When they are throwing tantrums, let's understand them. Let's relax and listen to them. Let them talk. And be kind, help them as much as we can. May Allah in His infinity mercy reward us abundantly. Engage them with activities, different activities, family activities, other activities outside. Engage them with these activities. It helps them. Exercising. Tell them to take them for a walk. Let them run around. Let them play football. Always, but be in your bubble. That's very important. And follow the government's guidelines. Also, let's take them out. When we are going shopping, we can take them out and make sure they are very close to us. Make sure children don't need to wear masks. But at the same time, we have to look after them, because if they get the virus, they can easily pass it to the adults. So we have to look after them. Use hand sanitizers as much as we can. And as soon as we get home, we wash our hands and do the necessary things. And the last but not the least, let us pray for our children. Let's encourage them to pray. Allah loves children. All the prophets God sent to the world loves children. And children have power. Don't think they cannot pray. Whichever way they can say, let them say. Let them pray for themselves. Let them pray for you. And you please pray for them as well. Like Aisha said, let them read their Quran. Let them encourage them that the only way you can find peace is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The only way we can find tranquility, the only way we can find happiness, success is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the time to bond as a family spiritually. This is the time for us to engage our children, teach them how to pray. When you teach them in Arabic, let them know the meaning of the English prayers or the things you say in English. There's a lot to say. In all, let's pray for one another. It's been a very wonderful night. And I'm so glad and happy that I'm able to do this program eventually. This is how I feel towards my children, towards your children. For those ones I know and the ones I don't know, I love you. I love children. And I pray that Allah in His infinite mercy will continue to bless them and make them greater than us in life. Amen. Thank you so much for everybody for your comments. People that I couldn't acknowledge or I couldn't read your messages, I'm so sorry. I cannot do everything alone. I really appreciate you. I thank everyone for your love and affection. Thank you for everything you've done today. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for checking on me. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I really appreciate for my family. Thank you for things. Thank you for things that you're doing with the community. Thank you for checking on one another. Thanks for the love. I cannot thank everyone enough. The storm will pass and we shall live happily together once again. We shall come together and celebrate. We shall thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala together. Allahumma balighna Ramadan. Amen. Amen. Let us reach Ramadan. It's not far away. Sisters, if you haven't paid your missed fast, please remember to do it now, at least before Ramadan. May Allah make it easy for us. For all the moms taking all the distresses, the pain, the agony, the nagging, the complaints, everything. You go to work, you have children to look after, you have food to make, you have to tidy up. May Allah bless you abundantly. For all the dads stepping in when mom is tired, for all the dads stepping in, cooking, looking after the children, bathing the children, helping with education and stuff like that. May Allah bless you abundantly. And for all the big brothers and big sisters looking after the younger ones, helping them with the schoolwork and helping them, talking to them, playing with them. May Allah in His infinity mercy bless all of you abundantly. And for all our little children, May Allah bless them, protect them, increase them in iman, increase them in wisdom, and may Allah in His infinite mercy make them prosper and become icons in our society in good health and in the wealth. Amin, summa amin. I wish I didn't have to go, but I have to. I'm sorry. Inshallah, next week we have our special guest speaker, Malam Yusuf Adepoju, Akadip, Nigeria. We'll be talking about very sensitive and important topic next week, inshallah. I'll remain yours, your lovely sister, your friend, your daughter, Nafeesa Ayeola Odofin. Iwájú lèmi ò máa lọ. Iwájú lẹ́yìn ò máa lọ. Iwájú ni gbogbo àwọn máa lọ pátápátá. Ìpàdé wa láyọ̀ lóyin ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó bọ̀ pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Ilali amami inshallah. Ilali amami inshallah. Àwa tá ń tẹ̀lé tí òjíṣẹ́ ńlá. Iwájú làwa ò máa lọ, a ò máa ní rẹ̀yìn o. Iwájú lèmi ò máa lọ, ò máa ní rẹ̀yìn o. Iwájú lẹ́yìn ò máa lọ, ò máa ní rẹ̀yìn o. Sunnah and self-esteem àrà ọ̀tọ̀, ètò ìrora ẹni lágbára àti ìgbéra ẹni ti wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́ báyìí o. Láti ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ láti aago 6 sí ti di aago 8 àṣálẹ́ lórí iléeṣẹ́ wa Naija 101.1 FM, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube àti Instagram at Sunnah and self-esteem. Láti ṣe olùgbọ̀wọ́ ètò yìí, láti sponsor, láti support wa, ẹ kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wa 077 690 51172 077 690 51172. Sunnah and Self-Esteem is a self-empowerment and development program. Fridays on Naija 101.1 FM, Fridays on Instagram, Fridays on Facebook, Fridays on YouTube at Sunnah and Self-Esteem. For sponsorship, please contact us on 077 690 51172 077 690 51172. You can reach us on WhatsApp. You can also reach us on email, ss.esteem@gmail.com. Ilali amami inshallah. Ilali amami inshallah. Àwa tá ń tẹ̀lé tí òjíṣẹ́ ńlá. Iwájú làwa ò máa lọ, a ò máa ní rẹ̀yìn o. Iwájú lèmi ò máa lọ, ò máa ní rẹ̀yìn o. Iwájú lẹ́yìn ò máa lọ, ò máa ní rẹ̀yìn o.
Ìgbàtiwa anílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ayé òrojúmọ́. 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 Ìgbàtiwa lánílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ojú làgbédéré. 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 Ìgbàtiwa anílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ayé kòkúrú musu. Ìgbàtiwa anílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ayé òrojúmọ́. Ìgbàtiwa lánílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ojú làgbédéré. Ìgbàtiwa lánílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ojú làgbédéré. Ìgbàtiwa lánílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ayé òrojúmọ́. Ìgbàtiwa anílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ayé òrojúmọ́. Ìgbàtiwa lánílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ayé òrojúmọ́. Ìgbàtiwa anílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ayé òrojúmọ́. Ìgbàtiwa lánílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ojú làgbédéré. Ìgbàtiwa lánílé aláyọ̀ ọ̀làjúdé ojú Lajude ayé òrojúmọ́. Ìgbà tí wà nílé aláyọ̀.